Not everything beautiful is safe. Not everything charming is good. And not every woman is what she appears to be. The danger of illusion is not that it hides the truth, but that it pretends to be it. Carl Jung did not hate women. He revered the feminine. But he warned, unconscious femininity, when not integrated with awareness, can become a force of seduction, manipulation, and destruction. Not because it is inherently evil, but because it is unconscious. And unconscious energy, when powerful, becomes dangerous. Jung saw the psyche as a battlefield. And on that battlefield, the anima, the inner feminine in a man, plays a crucial role. She is the bridge to the unconscious, the doorway to soul, but also the portal through which projections escape. When undeveloped, the anima binds a man to women, not as partners, but as fantasies. He sees not who they are, but what he needs to see. In this video, we confront the dark side of this projection, not to demonize women, but to awaken men. Because until a man sees clearly through the veils of illusion, he will continue to be ruled not by love, but by longing. Not by truth, but by fantasy. Within every man lives a woman, not a literal one, but a psychological presence, the anima. She is emotion, inspiration, mystery, softness, intuition. She is the muse, the soul guide. But like all powerful forces, she has a light and a shadow. If unacknowledged, the anima acts out. A man becomes moody, irrational, dominated by feelings he cannot name. Worse, he begins to seek her outside. He searches for women who mirror her back to him. And instead of loving real women, he worships projections. Jung warned that men fall not in love, but into projection. They confuse the inner image for the outer person. They say, "I found my soulmate," when what they really found was a mirror of their unmet needs. This is why some men become obsessed, addicted, emotionally enslaved. They don't love the woman. They love their own anima. And they've cast her onto someone who cannot hold that burden. The result? Chaos, disillusionment, heartbreak. The cure? Conscious integration. To know your anima is to reclaim your inner world, to stop outsourcing your emotional life, to stop demanding that women carry your dreams. The feminine has a shadow, just like the masculine. When a woman is cut off from her own depth, when she is ruled by fear, insecurity, and unprocessed trauma, she may unconsciously inhabit the shadow feminine. Jung named the archetypes: the devouring mother, overprotective, guilt-inducing, emotionally invasive; the siren, enchanting, elusive, offering pleasure without substance; the seductress, charming, manipulative, feeding on attention. These aren't moral judgments. They are psychological realities. They appear in myth, literature, film, and life. Some women don't know they're acting them out. They learned these patterns from wounded mothers, from culture, from survival. But the impact is real. For the man who is unaware, who hasn't done his own work, these women can become forces of destruction. He may feel captivated, obsessed, controlled. But the true issue is within. His inability to see clearly, to separate the woman from the archetype, to love with discernment, not desperation. Projection is Jung's word for the mind's most dangerous trick. It's when we take parts of ourselves and see them in others. It's why some men fall madly in love with strangers, why they feel destiny on a first date, why they can't leave someone who hurts them. They are not relating, they are projecting. The anima, when projected, turns a woman into a goddess or a demon, and the man becomes possessed. He loses himself. He cannot think, act, or see clearly. And because she carries his soul's image, her rejection feels like death. This is not romantic. This is psychological slavery. To free himself, a man must reclaim the image, must stop worshiping, must withdraw the projection. Only then can he see her as she is. Not better, not worse, but human. So how does a man escape the cycle? Jung said, through integration. He must become conscious of his inner world. He must name the Anima. Dialogue with her. Understand her needs, her fears, her strengths. This is not poetic. It's psychological hygiene. A man must journal his fantasies, explore his emotional triggers, reflect on his past obsessions. He must trace the pattern, find the roots, and slowly, over time, reclaim the power he gave away. Only then can he meet women without illusion. Only then can he love without losing himself. Only then can he see beauty without falling into blindness. One of Jung's most provocative insights was the mother complex. When a man fails to separate from the mother psychologically, he becomes stuck in boyhood. He seeks women not as equals, but as caretakers. These men want to be mothered, and many women, unconsciously, accept the role. But it always ends in resentment. The man becomes needy, dependent, unable to stand. The woman becomes burdened, critical, distant. The relationship withers. Freedom lies in maturity, in inner separation, in a man becoming whole within himself. Then, and only then, can he approach love as a sovereign being, not a wounded child. The feminine is not the enemy. In fact, when awakened, she is the source of life, creativity, and connection. Jung knew this. He wrote of the Sophia, the wise, integrated Anima, the woman who sees, who creates, who heals. This woman is not rare because she doesn't exist, but because most men are not ready to meet her. She requires presence, integrity, depth, and she has no interest in mothering another boy. When a man awakens, he draws these women into his life, not to complete him, but to reflect him, not to fix him, but to walk beside him. This is conscious partnership, where love is not projection, but participation, not fantasy, but fire. What is a man's real work? It's not success, not status, not sex. It's the inner confrontation, the facing of his fears, the integration of his anima, the descent into the shadow. Jung said, "There is no coming to consciousness without pain." And he meant it. The path hurts, but it's the only path that leads to truth. When a man finds himself, truly finds himself, no woman can define him. No fantasy can blind him. No loss can break him, because he is not a boy in need of rescue. He is a man, rooted, aware, alive. Don't fear women. Don't hate them. But don't idolize them either. See them clearly. Love them consciously. And start by knowing yourself. Because the world doesn't need more wounded men. It needs more awakened ones. And the journey starts now, not out there, but in you.